Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katri and today we are going to be looking at some 1-star reviews of some of my 5-star books. Alright guys, so like I said, we're doing the 1-star reviews, like reacting, that's the word, reacting to 1-star reviews on some of my favorite books, my 5-star books. I'm going to start out with, because I just read the second in the Anne of Green Gables series, and that was also a 5-star like the first one was, I'm going to look at some 1-star reviews of Anne of Green Gables first. So this is going to be interesting, hopefully a little fun. Hopefully I don't get too like sad over some of these reviews, but we'll see. Alrighty, I've got my laptop down here. Okay. Okay, this review says, "This book was so dreadfully boring I wanted to cry. My cousin insisted on forcing me to watch the movie lots of times, so I decided to read the book. I couldn't get through it. I tried, but Anne just talked on and on for pages about nothing. Just not my type of book, I guess." Yeah, I guess it's just not your type of book. She has such pretty writing. I understand there are like large gaps. I feel like you have to be like willing to sit and relish in like a slow moving book to like truly like enjoy and grasp everything that is in it. So if you're not big on slow books, then Anne of Green Gables might be a little bit harder. So, but gosh, so dreadfully boring you wanted to cry? What about like the beautiful way she describes everything in this book? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go on to another one. I'm okay. Also, obviously guys, this is just my opinion and I love my books, so I will defend my books, but I will try to be as kind as possible. Obviously everybody has different taste and that's okay. This is just fun to do. I like it when people are like really when they're clever about how they like write bad reviews and they're like really like funny and salty. I like those types of like bad reviews because it's hard to be mad at them when they're like so funny and salty. Okay, this 1-star review says, "What a racist and sexist book." Did we read the same book? Oh my goodness. As interesting Anne is, I think she meant as interesting as Anne is, her character couldn't make up for the author's frankly disturbing views on heathens and the glorification of Christian missionaries, not to mention the proper behavior of ladies. And before someone comes to me with the hackneyed defense of "that's just how it was in those times," let me remind you that there are multiple books written by Ellen Montgomery's contemporaries which do not expose hatred and prejudice. Honestly, I don't know what she's talking about a lot, and the few things she like mentions here I entirely disagree with, and I feel like this is somebody with a prejudice against certain things, but I guess it's just not the book for you. I guess it's just not the book for you. What is this? Okay, this is the best one so far. It was okay. I don't really like classics. I'm more of a slime person. What does that mean? What is a slime person? Oh my gosh, if anybody knows what she's referring to, let me know, but that was hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go on to another one of my favorite books now. Like, this one can't have a bad review, but I'm gonna like check it because I'm interested, and that's The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom, excuse me. Let's see, only 1% of the reviews are 1-star. So, okay, this person, oh wow, they have Darth Maul as their, okay. This person says, "religious melodrama. This should be in nonfiction, but not history, even if it's based on a true story. The characters are so typecast: villain, hero, victim. The only thing worse than the stock characters is the bad German accents and pearls of wisdom spoken by the father. What? Did you read this as an audio? Like, did you listen to the audiobook or something? This is so heavy on religion, it becomes a joke. God makes a miracle by stopping a woman's asthma, but doesn't do anything to help the 9 million people in the Holocaust. The unspoken theme is that they were saved because they were Christian, unlike the Jews. This is definitely the Disney version of World War II. If you get this, you better be a heavy Christian that wants to be reminded of religion every 2 seconds. Wow. That's so sad. Oh my gosh. This person really needs God. Really needs Jesus. That is so sad. Ugh. Maybe this was not a good one to look at reviews, because now that I'm thinking of it, I feel like all these 1-star reviews are going to be very hateful towards Christianity in general. Yeah, most of these that I'm seeing are like, oh, I hate that this is like preaching to me. Like, this is a wonderful a wonderful story. And even outside of, like, if you're not religious, I feel like there's so many themes of like being kind and nice, and like I feel like there's a lot of good themes that shine through it, obviously, that have Jesus so clearly in it, but that you can also just apply to your life whether or not. And so the fact that people are just so hateful towards this is awful. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna look at something a little bit less controversial, hopefully. Oh my goodness. I'm spelling the wrong. Okay, this is one of my favorite books, and it has been for a while. I haven't read in a while, but we'll be rereading it this year. I believe it's not until December, though, for my BFF book club. I'm so excited. But this is Looking for Alaska by John Green. And if you're wondering why I like this book, like, more than all of his other books, I'm a weird person. And I like emotional and sad things and messed up things. So this one has 2% of 1-star ratings. We will see. Let's go with this one. This book was bad, really bad. The characters in this book were the most annoying characters ever. I cannot express the hate I felt for Alaska. Like, seriously, who acts like that? And dear Lord, Miles Goetz, get over yourself. WTF, not very nice language. What was his problem? He has a mom and dad that loved him, a nice house, and got to go to school he wanted to. So why was he all emo about it? I had to force myself to finish this book. I couldn't wait for it to be over. The author tried way too hard to be cool and deep by throwing in useless quotes, smoking, drinking, dumb pranks, and talk of sex. I do not like writing angry reviews, but this book just got really under my skin, and I really wish I could unread this. I'm so sorry that you felt that way. Miles is like, he is kind of whiny, but that's kind of partly the point. Like, he's like, that's partly the point. There is like a point to it. And I will just say that this book does have like pranks and some cussing and some talk of sex and smoking and drinking and stuff like that, and I don't like prefer that, but there's something about this book, and I will talk more about it when I reread it, and we'll see if I still feel the exact same way, but in December. Okay, this person gave a 1 star and said it was good, I guess. At the beginning I got a little bored, as well as towards the ending, but the middle had me hooked. And if you know and you've read this book, oh my gosh. That is awful. Wow. Oh gosh, guys. I feel like we should look at... I feel like I'm gonna get mad at this one. One of my all-time favorite books, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This book can literally like do no wrong in my mind. So is it a good one to look at? Maybe not, but we're gonna look at it anyway. go down to the 1-star reviews. Okay, this is only 1% too that ever actually rated this 1 star. So far the books that I have as like my 5-star have all been like 1 or 2% of the entirety of reviews as 1 star. So I think my tastes are pretty good. Goodness. Okay, here's our first one. T-Rex didn't live in the Jurassic. They lived during the Cretaceous, and also these paleontologists are the most incompetent idiots ever. I mean, if you want to be technical about stuff, can I disagree with you? No, you're right. T-Rex did not live in the Jurassic. It's just a name, man, okay? Just a name. This is awful. I can't even begin to give a helpful review. I tore this book in half when I finished it in a fit of rage. No regrets, hated it. Oh my gosh. You tore Jurassic Park in half? I'm deeply wounded by that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. This guy likes the movie. Don't get me wrong. Jurassic Park film, directed by Steven Spielberg, is my favorite movie of all time. How is this book not, like, more than a 1 star then? Okay, I rated it 20 out of 10. Until this day, after 22 years, I still watch it. This year, I decided to read the book and see for myself the original masterpiece behind the screens. And it was to my great disappointment to say this book was absolute crap. No descriptions, no suspense. Were we reading the same book? The climax was ... question mark? Sorry, I don't think there was any climax. The characters were super duper vague. The only way us readers can get to know them were by reading their dialogues. Like Grant said, Lex said, Tim said, Hammond said Ellie, etc., etc. Basically, the novel is 50% science geek stuff, which is fine, but not really. 60% dialogue, 40% dinosaurs, 5% description, and 2% suspense. It is significantly proves that you don't have to know maths in order to read this. You merely need the willpower to be able to finish it. I do not agree at all. There's so much more suspense in this than the movie. Like, you like the first movie, yeah, but this book literally has things that's in the first movie, the second movie, the third movie, the Jurassic World movie, and the Jurassic World 2 and 3. Like, they take things from this book. They all take things from this book. There's so much in this book, and there's so much suspense. There's so much suspense. And the science geek stuff, oh my goodness. Yes, there is science geek stuff, but it makes sense to the story. It creates the suspenseful, creepy undertone with what it's telling you. It's literally so amazing and smart the way he does it. So, I can't believe you like the movie more. But okay. I mean, at least we agree that the movie is amazing too. Oh my goodness, awful. I couldn't wait for them all to be eaten. Wow. I mean, there are definitely some people that this entire time I was like, would you die? Like, and this book might kill them for you because it's one of those books. But goodness, oof. I'm realizing as I'm looking through my 5-star those guys that I have a lot of nonfiction 5-star, and I feel like a lot of those are probably like very vindictive towards Christians with 1-star reviews, because I looked at the Corey ten Boom one, and that one kind of was like really, like, it was nasty towards Christians, the reviews. Okay, I might try one more fiction, and then I might try one more nonfiction, but I'm gonna do The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, because I read this last year for the first time, and it was actually like a 5-star romance for me. I really loved the ending, and I feel like I don't normally love the ending of romance books like this. So, ooh, this is 3% of 1-star reviews, though. That's a little bit higher than every other book we've looked at so far. Let's see what they have to say. Excuse me. All right, let's see what this person has to say. So this book has everything I love, friends to lovers, fake dating trope, but this was so boring to me. Wow. I found this like so engaging. I read this in a day, guys. Sure, story is pure fluff, but there's barely any conflict or plot to make it more engaging. It's very much Sarah Adams' book, and if you liked her previous books, you will like this one as well. I love Sarah Adams' writing. I like how she writes it, but I also think like there is a lot of fluff, and I like fluff, but there's also like plot in this. There is a plot. I don't think there's a crazy amount of conflict, but I prefer not to have as much conflict in my romance, so. Oh my gosh, that's awful. And the award for the most oblivious and annoying heroine goes to, I loved Brie. I really loved Brie. That hurts my heart. That really hurts my heart. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna do one more, and this is probably gonna have to be a nonfiction since I don't have a ton of 5 stars that are fiction. I don't know. I do have, no, I could probably, okay. Okay, that's good. Do I want to do The Seer and the Sword or And Then There Were None? I kind of want to see what people think about The Seer and the Sword because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it in general, like at all, ever. This is just like so not commonly known. Okay. It only has a 1% rating for 1-star reviews also. All right. Disappointing. I so wanted to love this book because it's exactly my kind of story, but the execution is a major fail. The whole story is extremely predictable, and I have to say that I disliked every single character in it, especially the hero and heroine. Such a boring pair. I loved them. I really did. I didn't feel like this was... Oh my gosh. Wait, this is all the 1-star reviews that there are. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. There's only like 10 actual like reviews of 1 star. Let's see, that one's really long. This one isn't too long. All right, disappointing. I had eyed this book for a long time before picking it up, and then it was good right up until they grew up, which was far in the beginning of the book. To be fair, the setup for the story was interesting, and Landon's family being a cultured, knowledge-based society, and Torina's father being first and foremost a barbarian conqueror, Landon had to really prove himself to be accepted into the society that had conquered him and took him as a prisoner of war. I found the viewpoint of Landon to be sort of girly and unconvincing. He's the one pining for Torina, if I can say her name right, oh my goodness. Long after they were no longer friends, he moons after her from afar, and it just seemed fake. He's a young boy with his own problems and friends, and yet during the years they grew apart, Torina starts getting a crush on someone else, one trying to kill her father. He's basically stalking her, and not in a touching way, sort of like a teenage fantasy emo boy way, which I guess he sort of is. Meh. I feel like some of that might have been spoiler. I apologize. I don't know. I did not read it like that, that's for sure. I think I've burnt myself out on the fantasy. The writing is a bit annoying and the plot isn't anything I haven't read before, so I'm not gonna bother finishing this one. Oh. Although if you've burned yourself out on a genre, it's kind of hard to enjoy anything from that genre, so I don't entirely disagree with you on that aspect. But alright guys, that's probably enough. I felt like, I don't know, I kind of wish that there would have been a little bit more like funny ones. I was a little bit upset about the reviews of The Hiding Place because I felt like most of those were literally like pointed toward hatred of Christianity, basically, and anybody religious, and that was kind of hateful and rude and a little bit sad to read. So yeah, definitely should pray for those people. But besides that, it was pretty fun. I kind of wish I could have found some more like salty or funny reviews. I feel like not as many people write those types of reviews. I probably don't write those types of reviews either, honestly. I'd love to be that person who can just like come up with such a salty, like funny review that even when somebody loves a book, it's just like, okay, that's funny and I have to admit it, but that's okay. Not everybody can be that person. So we appreciate you guys who are like that. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite book is. I would absolutely love to know and would love to read it, check it out. I love sharing favorite books with people, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye, guys.